joining us this afternoon. Appreciate you taking your time out, and wanted to give you a dedicated sneak preview, if you will, of what we're going to show tomorrow and throughout the event. So with the product fair being quiet and all, some of the space right here is empty because we have some of the product up on stage. So what we're going to do is bring some of that off stage tomorrow and kind of fill out the space. But we'll start here in we'll call it the visual communications or digital signage area. So, that's been a new business area, kind of ancillary to the core business that we've had success in for a number of years. So you'll see, I'll kind of start here off of the right-hand side with some LED board technology. So one of the areas that Toshiba's focused on, one of the verticals that we're heavily focused on, is the sports and entertainment market, and we recently announced a partnership with AEG in Los Angeles in the Staples Center. So if you're not familiar with AEG, they own and operate over 100 venues worldwide. They own roughly 11 professional sports teams, so a big name in the industry. So we find it we're very proud to be able to be partnered with them. So this plays core into the product offering that we provide when we work with sports and entertainment clients. So not only that, but also other visual displays, digital signage, etc., interactive communications. What we did over this past weekend, we'll talk about it in the general session tomorrow, is we're introducing this new immersive interactive space at the Staples Center that really helps improve with fan engagement, really solidifying that relationship between the professional sports team and its fan base. So we have a number of key technologies that we're highlighting there. One of which is not in here, it's in the main room, but I'll speak to it briefly. It's called, we call it our Touch and Get kiosk. So it's utilizing Toshiba's TransferJet technology. What TransferJet allows us to do, think of it as high-speed wireless data transfer. So if you think about when you download a movie off of iTunes or somewhere off the internet, 5 to 6 gigs, that normally takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. With TransferJet technology, you can significantly reduce the amount of time necessary to transfer that data. So something that might normally take 30 to 45 minutes, we can get it transferred in under 10 minutes. So significantly speeding up the time to transfer that. And so one of the things we're highlighting is developing a kiosk for the Kings. So you'll see up on stage, and tomorrow we'll have it in here, is where fans can walk up, select unique videos that they can only get at the LA Interactive Space. Videos about the LA Kings. So, top 10 scoring shots, or, something about their ice crew or whatnot. So very unique content, and not only for the sports team, but also for any other events that are cycling through the venue. So let's say a concert's in town, and the promoter wants to be able to provide unique content, whether it be music, video, whatnot. They can grab it all from the TransferJet Touch and Get kiosk. So that's one. Another one is what we're calling audience measurement. So we'll see that a little bit later on as well. Audience measurement, think of that as facial recognition and measuring the demographic of the audience. So if you would imagine someone's walking into a space, we've got a series of cameras set up, kind of measuring who's in the crowd, and it's essentially telling us how many in the crowd are male versus female, the general age range, so kid, middle age, adult, whatever it may be, and then changing the content based on the demographic of the audience. So if you think of a concert that's taking place, let's say if Taylor Swift is playing and the audience is predominantly female, what's being shown on the screens will be catered to that female demographic. So at the bar, it might show cocktails versus beer, or it might promote other upcoming concerts that a female audience would tend to want to gravitate towards.
Is that all automated computer?
That's all automated. So it's
not a guy sitting behind a screen watching it.
Not a wizard behind the curtain. So
put the McDonald's sign up.
It's all driven by software measuring the audience, and then it's doing the facial recognition, so it can tell gender, age range, and then changing content based on that. So what we've done is programmed it on the back end to say, okay, if it's male, show this. If it's female, show that. If it's a certain age range, show this content. So everything's driven automatically based on whoever's in the crowd. Okay?
Awesome.
So if we want to walk up, I'll show you the Virtuoso technology product that we highlighted last year. We continue to advance and build upon that, and this is one of the applications we designed for the LA King. Again, one of the unique value propositions that Toshiba offers is not only being able to provide the hardware, but the complete turnkey solution and the ongoing content development and the service that goes along with that. So when we provide a solution to our clients, it's a fully turnkey solution. So we're creating the content in-house, the look and the feel. So we're sitting down with them, we're scoping out and assessing what their needs are from a content perspective, what's the message that they're trying to convey, what are they trying to highlight, are they trying to increase revenue at the team store, are they trying to boost revenue through concessions, what's that key objective? We hone in on that, develop the content for them, and then deploy. The nice thing about being network connected, the devices, we can redeploy the content on the fly. So let's say they call us up, tomorrow morning and say, I want to change something here or there, or I want to update one of the events. Our content team is making those changes, those graphic changes, and then redeploying out to the system. So it's a matter of minutes, essentially, to update that content. Welcome, Gail. How are you? Good to see you again. We were just talking about the interactive technology here with Virtuoso and the unique content that we've developed for the Kings. Now, in addition to sports and entertainment, we have a number of key applications that we'll show and we'll highlight tomorrow, but applications for retail clients. So we have a shopping tool where when someone walks into a retail space, they can essentially build a wardrobe, if you will, on the fly and kind of build that right in the store, push that content off to a sales associate, have that wardrobe placed in a dressing room and ready for them to go try on, and then transact that sale whenever they're done with that.
How strong is that glass? Is there any concern of a rowdy crowd maybe?
So it depends. So this one particular doesn't have any protective glass on it. The ones that we have in LA Interactive is protective glass. So essentially, you could throw a beer at it, you could punch it, whatever you could, and it's not going to break. So yeah, depending on where it's going to be placed, then we'll put the right display and the right type of enclosure, if you will, in the right space. And obviously there's a cost for the more protected glass and whatnot, so we want to make sure we're placing the right item in the right space.
So with custom programming tie into like a storage POS system or whatever, would that be like extra, in the package price or custom programming?
Right. So for the custom programming, it's typically an add-on. So we can tie into a point of sale or price management system, so that the content's being updated on the fly. So if you think about it in a concessions area or whatnot, they want to change the pricing the day of an event, or if something they run out of a particular menu item, they want to take that off the menu, we can do that fairly quickly there by updating it and removing it out of the POS price menu. Okay. All right. So let's kind of walk around back here to the MSP area. So I'll start here with our new high volume.
Somebody got a new partner.
So yeah, absolutely. So this is the new eStudio 1207 series that we'll be introducing in January. So brand new product for us that we've been looking forward to for a very long time. So 90, 105, and 120 page per minute product. So very robust, very strong in terms of capabilities, proven and tried out in the industry. So we're very proud to have this added to the Toshiba portfolio, and we showed a preview of it earlier in the year in August at some of the road shows that we had. A lot of great feedback from the dealer and reseller community that we previewed this to. Okay, so let's walk over here off to the side. We'll kind of do a quick circle around. So 90, 105, and 120. Now, one of the key things we try to touch upon when we're working with clients is, the hardware is important, but obviously you all would agree, it's not all about the hardware anymore. It's about the solution that we're selling, and really helping address a pain point or an objective for a client. So you'll see here as we kind of cycle through, anytime we have a product, it's always going to be married up with some sort of solution. And the nice thing about the product technology that we offer through eBridge is we have that open platform capability that we're tying directly into the software application. So for example, here we have our high-speed color system tied in with DocuWare. So essentially you can interact directly with software right at the touch panel of MFP, or scanning documents, pushing it into the repository within DocuWare. Here we have our eco-friendly eStudio 306 LP. So many of you saw this this last year with the erasable toner technology. What we've done new this year is kind of built around this concept of an eco-friendly office, if you will, and I'll talk about it tomorrow in the general session, and I also have a breakout session unique specific to this. We're building out the portfolio to have an entire range of eco solutions, so not just from a hardware perspective, but also from a software and programs perspective, where we're able to provide a client, again, a total solution around eco offerings within the office. So whether they want to address recycling, reducing their environmental footprint, or reusing paper or reusing devices, this program encompasses those entire objectives. All right, we'll kind of circle back here with the 857 series, showing our mobile technologies, essentially mobile print capability. We've enhanced the mobile Toshiba's print and capture app. Now what we're offering here is an expanded range of products that are supported. So last year when we introduced the app, it was unique to, or specific to, Toshiba devices. We're now expanding that capability to now support select Lexmark and HP devices. So Toshiba's print app can support Toshiba devices as well as some Lexmark and HP. We're also broadening the number of cloud service applications that we tie into, which now include Google Drive, Microsoft's OneDrive, Box, Dropbox, and now Evernote. So essentially allowing you to interact directly with those cloud service applications, either scan directly to them or print content out of those services. Okay, we walk through over this way, to the left. We have Toshiba's A4 product, Studio 347 SL, partnered up with one of our new ECM vendors, Square 9. What Square 9 will be showing is essentially, again, tying directly into the eBridge platform and allowing the device to interact directly with the system. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Square 9, very strong product set, solution set, with a broad range of customers from SMB all the way up to enterprise, that helps address both content and document management as well as e-forms. So again, scanning from the device, pushing it to a repository, enabling that workforce to manage that content or information and retrieve it very quickly and easily. Okay, we can move over here to the left again. We'll be highlighting some of the newer technologies in the Toshiba barcode systems. So several years ago, our organization picked up responsibility for the industrial range of barcode printing systems that essentially can be utilized in a number of verticals, such as healthcare, being able to print prescription labels, wristbands within a hospital, manufacturing, logistics, being able to print the shipping labels, etc. So a very wide range of products, again, rounding out our portfolio and helping us address clients' needs in a lot of those different verticals. All right. Our desktop A4 hybrid A3 product as well. Here we're showing another A4 product, black and white this time, partnered up with Drive. So for those of you that are familiar with Drive, scan application, essentially enabling us to capture data and then route that into in some sort of business process, let's say accounts payable, invoicing, whatever that may be. Okay.
Is that with Oki technology?
This particular model, a couple of these, yes, was a joint venture between Toshiba and Oki, which was introduced last year. So a unique A4 platform to us. So taking one of their engines and placing the Toshiba software technology and the controller, if you will, on that.
It's LED.
It's using LED, correct. And then lastly here you see our mid-range color products, up to 50 pages per minute with one of our newer partners, OpenText. So now have integration directly on the control panel into WriteFax. So WriteFax is the dominant electronic faxing application out in the market. So we now have that direct integration from our product into there, enabling the workforce to be able to fax directly from either from the MFP or from the desktop electronically.
That's what those little black boxes plugged in are.
So this is actually a card authentication reader. So
right.
for security purposes, if someone in an office, let's say we want to lock it down so that people can't gain access to the system, they're going to essentially walk up with their building badge, swipe it on there, and it's going to recognize that I'm Joe Contreras. And anything I do on that device, the organization is able to track and manage and kind of keep an eye on, if you will.
Multiple printers support that. It's just a plug-in.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and here we're highlighting another one of our LED board applications. So you'll see a number of different types of resolutions. If you notice, if you look over to the larger one across the way, that's probably the highest resolution. The smaller the LED size, the higher the resolution gets. So that's something that we would, place in an outdoor area, let's say like in Times Square or whatnot. The example here is something that might be used, for a local high school or maybe a religious organization, something like that. And then, really the shapes and sizes can be unique to every engagement. So you see the unique cube type design that was created over there. So really it's limitless in terms of the design. It really all depends on what the client's looking for, and we can build based on that. No, that's actually LED.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So all the products you'll see in here are LED. And then we'll round it out here. And this was the audience measurement system that I was referring to earlier. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's turning on here. Actually, it is. So you see, it's recognizing two males. Why don't we all kind of step into the picture here and see if it can pick us all up? And you can see. In this area, you should be able to start picking up.
Oh, picking you up. This has got the female.
Now the range of view for this particular camera is not that wide. It's getting 7 of us now, so it's saying, okay, there's 6 males, 1 female, and then based upon that, we can invoke some unique content based on the audience here. So whether it be type of food or the events that the venue is going to be highlighting. It's actually facial recognition. Yeah, facial recognition.
Looks at your crotch.
It's got a package or not?
Very technical.
Ask a stupid question. Okay.
Get Andy's answer.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
With setting that up, like